Let me put this in. We're recording again. This is the video which in 2014, I handed to this same set to Jay Keally in Atlantic City at the library. Tape recorded it. I showed him this video. He asked me, can I take it home and look at it? I said, no, you cannot. I gave him the 2 DVDs you see, but I would not let him have that. He said, okay. He said, that should be locked up in a safety deposit box, what you are holding in your hand. All right? Jay Keally. He is on the mailing list that you are on, jkeally@gmail.com. And so there is quite valuable, and he thought it was so valuable that it should be in a safety deposit box. He also, the last time I saw him, he said he wants to sell my DVDs. He said what he needs is a video of me walking down the beach, Atlantic Beach, a video of me describing what is on the DVDs and the theory of physics that I'm proposing. He then grabbed my right shoulder and he said, "You are my friend, you are the next Einstein." And he left and I never saw him again. I just heard from him, okay, when I arrived in Oslo and uploaded a video. Okay, so there is this DVD that from the White House to Oslo, it came with me, and this also came with me. Let me show you. On the airplane. This is the basis of modern physics, of quantum field theory, and this is the nutcake work of wormholes of John Archibald Wheeler in gravitation, and that came with me, and on the flight from Washington D.C. to Oslo. Thank you, Serkan.
You are welcome. Cosmos by Ronald Sagan.
Now please hold up the email addresses.
Yeah.
And this is Geof Chew at Jeffrey Chew at lawrenceberkeleylab.gov. He is on the payroll. He is alive and well. There is his graduate advisor, Gross, at kitp.ucsb.edu. Gross arrived in Berkeley. Gross received his PhD at Berkeley in 1966 when I arrived. Thanks to Edward Teller, the father of the hydrogen bomb. I should not have been in the honors physics course because my grades were not honors grades from Illinois Institute of Technology, but Teller had me installed. And I knew Mrs. Teller quite well, and Teller. So here is Jeffrey F. Chew. He is still there at the lawrenceberkeleylab.gov, and he's paid, and he's on the faculty, and he's paid. And I am Timothy V. Creer. This is Serkan Aydin, and it is Kiev.
That's Kiev,
February
17.
Right.
We're having a good time at Gary Hostels with Nasya and Timothy and everyone else, yeah?
Yes. Take care.
Bye.
It is interesting that you brought DVD 1 and 2 here.
Yeah, you can have all this back.
Okay.
All right.
Because I just happened to bring today.
I wish I had a VC. You have the last.
Nobody can
copy.
have this. If you can, the point is, if you can find one, get it, because the entire Washington D.C. press,
copy in the world.
as far as I know, you probably cannot find it on eBay.
That should go in a safety deposit box.
It's going with me.
It's not leaving your side.
That is the evidence of the crime of the century.
All right.
It was November 2005, Cosmos Studio. There's no record it exists.
Yeah.
They will deny it exists because on DVD 1 here, which I gave to you on the 30th of October 2014, on DVD 1 is on the structure of the field, 1969 and 70. That is who told. We are told. In Carl Sagan's 1980, we are told. And in the Best of Cosmos, we are told. That's it. That is the source of the Best of Cosmos.
So that's basically what...
This has been downloaded from this very VHF and converted, digitized, all right, in 2010, and that is what is on the complete Best of Cosmos is on DVD 1. This VHF copy right here in my hand cost $19.95. The entire price. So when I make up my new description with the new video on it, I'm going to state that you cannot, with me, with a picture, a video of me holding this, probably at the Einstein Monument, I'm going to state that this is on DVD 1 and there is not a copy to be found. You can go to www.carlsagan.com and there's no reference to it, as there used to be. I have those pictures downloaded. This is the fraud of the century. This is one of the major pieces of evidence. So they're giving them back to me. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
You want me to keep?
With a comment. Yeah, I wanted you to keep them.
All right, I'll keep them.
As a gift of my great, extremely valuable. And now you have this subtle fact that this very VHF was converted to DVD on my old computer with a little gizmo you buy at Best Buy for $40. It was converted to be. It's on that DVD 1, and it will continue to be on DVD 1 for sale, even in the second revised DVD 1. All right. That's the point. There's probably there's a great deal I'm giving people there for $19.95. And if anybody can come up with, from Cosmos Studio, give them $1 million from the film. All right? Give them $1 million. All right? You can buy honestly.
So basically, this has been squashed,
Absolutely.
discredited.
Not
because,
discredited.
Well, for whatever reason, it's no longer available. You can't find it anywhere.
No.
Why is that? Give me clip notes.
Okay. Because in this, the Best of Cosmos, at 57 minutes, as I videotaped it, it's on videotape, at 57 minutes, you see in the Best of Cosmos 2000, you'll see Carl Sagan at the telescopes in New Mexico introducing the evocative atomistic hierarchy without the gravitational field, without the unified field structure. That's what you find on DVD 2. But the Best of Cosmos is going to continue to advance in their theory of Carl's theory of the evocative atomistic hierarchy. And it's quite obvious that they're going to introduce gravitation. And they will only introduce gravitation when I'm out of the picture. On August 2004, I'm at the Library of Congress, which has Active X. Okay? August 2004. It has Active X. And I have a video of, which is a good thing I'm talking to you here to sum it up. I took a video of, and it's on my websites, of the Best of Cosmos on the Library of Congress computers. They're watching me take this video. They have ActiveX. Everybody will tell you. If you're doing business like you're doing, if you're doing something private, don't do it in here. They're watching. It's called existential paranoia. They are a bunch of MFers, not the librarians themselves, but I know the guy who does the ActiveX. He's a little, he really is. And and I took video of it. It did exist right on the Library of Congress. After I took that video, and they've got the whole shot, the cameras. After I took that video, it disappeared. Like that. And I emailed John McLaughlin. I have it in my emails. Get the last copy of the Best of Cosmos. There's 3 available. All right. Did he get it or did he ever come? John McLaughlin, McLaughlin Group, right? The McLaughlin Group, one-on-one with John McLaughlin on Sundays, which I watch regularly. Nobody in the U.S. press will admit that it ever existed. And I'm selling it. That's supposedly, it would be a violation of their copyright, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Since it's the best of Cosmos. A titration of 13 hours.
That's why you're brilliant, because how can it be a violation if there's no existing copies?
They refuse to, and as librarians told me on 2 issues, including this one, if they sued you, Tim,
They'd have to bring it out.
you'd be one of the richest men around if they sued me, because then it would open up the question you just asked me. What happened to it?
Right.
It's gone. If you can find it, good luck, because there's no record it exists.
Now I'm getting it. Now I'm starting to...
You're starting to go click,
Yeah.
click, click. Yeah. So, please keep it, man. I'm
right,
grateful
thank
that you, because now you'll be able to see what, and there's my signature on it. That's a big deal. You know what people paid for the signature of Albert Einstein? Plenty. Okay? You know what Einstein did? And for a fact, I know it. From somebody, Sam Bourne, who had lunch, had dinner with Einstein often, a mathematician. I know Sam Bourne. He has on the structure of the field. He refuses to give it back. But Einstein, if someone sent a check to, he died with $60,000 in the bank, cash, and a small house at 112 Mercer Street, which he left to his daughter, Margot. In the books, they call her his stepdaughter. He left to Margot and Helen Dukas, his secretary, and $60,000 which the children divided up. People wanted the signature of Albert Einstein, and so he was so clever. He said, "All right, you make out a check to me, addressed to your charitable medical institution, charitable organization, and I will sign the back of the check and return the check to you. You can cash it, all right?" And when they cash it, the money did not go to Einstein. It went to, because everybody wanted his signature. It went to that charitable organization and they got his signature on the return check. Albert Einstein was just too good. He was too good for his own children's good. He should have left the money to his children. In any case, you'll see more and more open up, because this does not exist. And I wouldn't sell it for $100 million.
In fact, I'm looking at it. It's pretty much...
I'm hiding it.
You really trust me, don't you?
I'm hiding it. So you see, this I will take because it shows I trust.
Yeah, that you need. You need that. I mean, yeah.
It's interesting. I just happened to bring it today. Okay. One other point, as the plot of reality thickens, this is not a storybook story. This is real. The Best of Cosmos comes out as it on the charter that has disappeared, where you're going. She's referring to the Best of Cosmos at the end before she signs her name, and Dryan. Comes out November 22. It was 22 or 25, 2000, which is approximately 2 weeks after Al Gore was to win the U.S. presidency. I was in Washington, D.C., and I saw Al Gore in 2002, and the Secret Service knows it because they were protecting him. But this is 2 weeks after Al Gore was to have won the U.S. presidency. He lost by 525 votes from West Palm Beach, where I sailed from in July 1994, West Palm Beach, where he would later, 6 years later, lose the presidency from West Palm Beach by actually 564 votes. And I sailed to Washington, D.C., and I called the White House for Al Gore. And the White House returned the phone call. And the man who ran in Washington, D.C., who ran gangplank yachts, etc. I was on the hook. He called me into his office and gave me the report, which he signed. Call the White House. Your call to the White House. Contact Social Security disability. I'm supposed to be disabled. I mean, the documented evidence, but that would be we are interested in monitorizing all of Blogspot, Google Plus, 2,200,000, maybe more now, and all of them, it says at the bottom, we want to get ads on all of those, so have lots of money, all right? and I need a bodyguard and an editor. You look perfect for the job. But the point is that everything I'm telling you is year 1993 when I tape recorded. I flew into Washington D.C. from West Palm Beach, right? My mother had died 2 years before on a plane ticket she gave me. And I flew into Washington, D.C., made deliveries to CBS News, ABC News, Senator Kerry, all right, Senator Dole, all of them, in 93, just after Clinton took office. And I tape recorded the whole thing, and I kept the tape recordings secret until, for more than 10 years. And all of a sudden, I present them on the Picasso website. The tape recordings of me in Washington '93, and they're going. All right, they're part of it. They went, hey, this kid. Right? So you have to. So the point is that you help me get timothyvcareer.com on all of them, 4 or 5 of them, right?
Yeah.
That is the subject of Chapter 3. Chapter 1 is what I'm doing on the DVD now, Memoirs of a Child Prodigy, okay? That is on DVD 1, and that's Chapter 1 in Timothy V. Career, the years 1946 until 1967. And up until that time, 67, I do not know Hans Albert Einstein yet. I won't meet him till 1971. He is a treasure. He is an absolute treasure.
You physically met him?
Yes, absolutely.
Like this?
Yeah, this close. He threw us. One of the last times I saw him, we were leaving down the stairs, and I told him, I said, you know the way this is going, I said, I'm thinking of going to see the philosophers. And he laughed. He said, just tell him. He threw his arm around me and hugged me as we're coming down the steps, and he says, just tell him you don't get along with the physicists. He said, they'll just love you. And he himself told me, well, there's so much that he told me that he would counsel me. 3 times I was invited to sail. His wife, one time he told me his wife didn't enjoy, who was a brain surgeon at San Francisco State University. That's his last wife. She didn't enjoy sailing. She didn't like all the bouncing up and down. And he looks at me like, and I went, I'm working on the paper. In any case, I knew him quite well because I only spoke with him when I was desperately heartbroken and mad, all right, that these people lie so much. You'll see it. But that's on DVD 1 in a brief on DVD 1, The Polemic in Defense of the Physical Theory. By then, Hans Albert Einstein has been dead since August 1973. Anyways, but that's all of this is Chapter 3. The point is, Chapter 1 is 1946 to 1967 academic dismissal and Edward Teller refusing to help me. I was told I could stay. Teller told him he's staying. If he wanted, just tell him to quit doing what he's doing and start doing what we're doing, and he can stay and share. That's what I'm going to do. And so anyway, so you'll see Teller in there in Chapter 1, Letters from Teller, 1964, all the way up to 1967. And then you'll see Teller come in again in Chapter 2 and 3. Chapter 3 is big. Teller names himself. He's nobody's friend. He was not Hans Albert Einstein's friend, although he said he was.
Hang yourself.
You'll have to look at it. So that's right. Chapter 3. Now it's the website and getting on Google AdSense. That's it.
Closer.
Good. And keep those because you'll be able to say you were one of the 2 people. And I'm not taking any credit from anybody else because there is nobody else. You'd be surprised who else has those 2 DVDs that you have right there. Who is, and who was when I gave it to him a year ago, very capable, very rich, very connected, including politically, and capable of helping me open the website. Not a word. Instead, you should see what I got. honestly. You'll have to see it for yourself, and you can hear you'll see the evidence. Greed, American greed. You are not the only one. When I was coming down the steps, there's a Carlos Nunez, right here. He wrote his name. Who is from Colombia? He's in Colombia right now, and he just wished me a couple weeks ago when he left. You know, a happy Thanksgiving and all. But I'm coming down the steps. I've got DVD 1 and 2. I'm gonna probably hand it, if I remember. I'm gonna hand it. Nobody wants it, right? I'm gonna hand it to somebody. This is about 2 months ago, a month before you, and I'm gonna hand it to a chair roller. Say, hey, this is what your friend and co-worker really does for a living, okay? Ironically. So here's Carlos coming up the steps. He's very intelligent. He tells me, I go, well, what the hell, I'll give it to Carlos. He'll enjoy this because his construction work is more like artwork, or the way he does the floors, the walls, everything. I mean, he's a perfectionist and he's extremely good. So I handed it to him and said, here, take a look at this. There's how he writes, similar to you. He has very good handwriting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's his.
Yeah.
And he would only give me this after he looked at those DVDs. And he told me he bought Carl Sagan's complete 13-volume Cosmos years ago, 20 years ago. All right?
Does he have it?
Yeah, apparently. I presume he's got it in Colombia. He's in Colombia now. So he told me, like you, he told me, it's his exact words, it's too technical. DVD 1 is too technical. You open it up and look at all of this material, and it makes you, he said, it makes the people who look at it think they're stupid and you're smart. That's what you want to show them. That is exactly what I do not want to show them. Okay.
Right.
And that's what you repeated, so it's quite obvious. And so, honest men don't seem to have any trouble opening video 1 and say, if they like me or like the idea that's behind it, and saying, no, this is too, you're dunking them in it too quick, right? And so
the person is not very smart.
And they don't care.
Don't care. They only care.
They
about
think
themselves.
I don't care about them, and I'm showing them. They think I'm showing them how smart they have to show that I'm better than them. I know where I'm good at. I know what I'm good at.
I hear you.
So you hear it.
Beautiful.
That's the project. Okay, and one other point of someone else who is at the Library of Congress. Connie, who is the head librarian of the whole outfit in the Adams Building, Science and Business, told me they have a library for me in my name because I wanted a paper from the International Journal of General Relativity. And I went, you got a what? She said, yes, we have a library, your library, a special library. Timothy Victor Career and all the papers he's got collecting, all that stuff. Okay, and they've got the journal, and we don't want anybody to destroy it. The article, which you can find in there, it's on that DVD, Rasputin Sciences, 1974. We don't want anybody to destroy it. And I went, well, I'm flattered, etc., but I need a copy of it right now. Can I have a copy of it? She goes, okay, but bring it right back. All right, so I brought it right back. Okay. That's what's on there. So they got a library. And now the point is that after Cosmos Studios withdrew in August 2004, a lady comes up who's always at the Library of Congress. She sits right across from me. The computer's in there, so I've got a picture of it. And that's where I took the video of the best of Cosmos. I went to www.carlsagan.com. It's on the video. I clicked, all right, the charter and everything, and I took a video of it. That was the last. It would be gone within a week or two after that. And a lady who's quite intelligent tells me, copyright everything. Mm-hmm. Don't give everything. And she says to me about Andrian, did you
when Drian is talking about good citizens of the cosmos and children and Carl Sagan and atoms and gravity. Okay? Structure of atoms and gravity. That's all on her. And she looks at me, did you see the way she did that? Not only did I see it, so there are other people who had a lot of time to figure out what's going on. And they don't like it.
There is one experience that every human shares, of every language and culture, the experience of birth. Our recollections of birth are hazy at best. They have the feel and the aura, not so much of memories as of mystical transfigurations. It would be astonishing if this profound early experience did not influence our myths and religions, our philosophy, and our science. The birth of a child evokes the mystery of other origins, the beginnings and ends of worlds, infinity and eternity.
You have the last.
Nobody
known
can
copy.
have this. If you could, the point is, if you can find one, get it, because the entire Washington
the last
D.C.
known
press,
copy in the world.
as far as I know, you probably cannot find it on eBay.
That should go in a safety deposit box. You have the last.
Nobody
known
can
copy.
have this. If you could, the point is, if you can find one, get it, because the entire Washington
the last
D.C.
known
press,
copy in the world.
as far as I know, you probably cannot find it on eBay.
That should go in a safety deposit box.
We got Go Houston. Here he is.
That is my Facebook.
This is Facebook account.
You
His
can
Facebook.
add me. I do like politics and other relevant things, cultural and sociological, and about literature and about all this humanities and all those things I share. And I have thousands of followers, so have a look, folks. Thanks.